All right, everybody, welcome back to Muse. I'm Hannah Fletcher, and I am speaking with Reginae Carter. I am so excited to speak with you, girl. I adore you. You are
Oh
so
my gosh.
awesome.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I am so excited. Now, first of all, I just want to say, I think that you and your mom are adorable. I just want to start there. I love the reality show. That's obviously like where I'm familiar with you from. And I think that it's so wonderful that you had the opportunity to join in to this cast and you're continuing to build your credits. Talk
Mhm.
to me all about your opportunity to join into this cast and kind of like how this came to be for you.
Okay, so Cold and Windy, I always actually liked the show. I actually narrated it a year or two ago. I did a story time on the actual show. And to be on it the next year, it's like a blessing. I feel like a lot of my friends are from Chicago, which is crazy. So I could tap in to like my Chicago era. Like it's really dope. And the team, everybody that I worked with was so cool. Everybody was like so welcoming. It was a blessing to work on that set.
I love that. I love obviously too. What's really fascinating with you and what I have a ton of respect for is you've had your foot in the door with reality. Obviously, you've had your foot in the door too. You're very well known for your social media presence. And then I love the fact that you're coming into this acting territory. What is it that you're noticing as you are not necessarily like fully changing lanes, but you're navigating in different directions? What has been, I guess, easy for you, and what has also been maybe a little bit more challenging and something that's been more for you to navigate to prove as you're kind of navigating all of this?
Well, Hannah, girl, I actually been acting since 2018
I
for a
love it.
minute. But let me tell you, Hannah, I honestly feel like acting has always been my calling. Like I always loved acting. I actually used to have I used to be in acting classes when I was young. I auditioned for That's So Raven. I was really like I've been loving to be like acting, but to actually finally have people see me and see me for that actress, not who my parents are, or
Right.
what I'm doing on the media, or whatever else is like distracting my real goal in life. And that's really to act, to actually be my true self. So, yeah, it's a blessing that Cold and Windy gave me this opportunity because I can actually show my craft as well.
Definitely. Talk to me all about in terms of your character, and I want to do like a deep dive into the developmental process. I love nerding out on acting, basically. So
Mhm.
talk to me all about developing your character. Was this the type of process where you had a little bit more free reign? Did you take a little bit of inspiration from anywhere? Were you very collaborative with your director? Talk to me about developing your character.
So, like I said, the team was actually very helpful with like the director, the everybody on set was very helpful. We actually with the rapping and the songs and stuff, we
Mhm.
practiced over that. But the actually crazy thing about it is my friends, like I said, is from Chicago. I
Mhm.
had them go over certain words, certain things. Like, so I'm
Mhm.
like, so what do I say? Like, how do I say it? Like, you thinking like just like different things. So I can actually get into that character. So that was fun for me because I feel like I've never really had to get into another character in my acting work. Like I've always kind of been like myself, but added the different whatever. But to actually be a Chicago person where I got everybody around me is from Chicago, I felt like it was dope and they definitely helped me study.
That is so cool. I love the process of like, like you mentioned, there are projects that exist where it's kind of like an elevated version of
Mhm.
itself, but the fact that you
Right.
got to really like step into a different set of shoes. What did you find in garnering your research and talking to your friends that are from Chicago? Like, can you share any specific examples of like maybe a term or even like I don't know, anything like that that is like very like Chicagoan versus like what you already
So
do?
one of my friends is actually from the West Side. So when we were I think we like say like West Side, or something like that. And like when I was telling her that she was like you gotta say like West Side, like
It's awesome.
you got like you gotta slay your words. You gotta like really give it. And then they was telling me about the different sides of Chicago. They actually got into a little argument. They was like, "No, we bougier. No, this." I'm like, "Okay, y'all, it is show. Relax."
That is so funny. You're like, I did not mean to uproot you here. I just
Right.
wanted to figure out if I'm missing anything. that I can incorporate into the character.
Exactly. Just
That is,
helps me.
that is so funny. What has been your process? And obviously season 2 is out. And of
Yes.
course, the show has a really great fan base, which I love to see. I mean, I feel like a lot of TV shows do, but I feel like there's something very different and cathartic with this one. And even I've had the opportunity to speak with some of the other cast members as well. And you guys have such a beautiful bond, and you guys are all just so awesome. What is your reaction to other people's reaction with season 2, with you being implemented into the cast in this way and being on screen, not just narrating, as you mentioned? Talk to me all about that
Right.
reaction.
I'm loving everybody's like support for me. Everybody's very supportive. I've been
Mhm.
getting like DMs and people randomly like, "Oh, I see you on Cold and Windy. Like, I'm a new fan." Like I feel like I'm also getting fans from Cold and Windy as well. People are looking in, like saying like, "Oh, I didn't even know you act." It's also giving me a different light too. So I'm super blessed from that.
I love that. Obviously, without giving anything away, no spoilers in terms of I don't know if there's a season 3 in the works. I don't want you to like be in the hot seat, and I'm not asking you that. But if there were to be a season 3, would you have any particular way that you would like to see your character continue on this journey? If you were to be asked back or added back in, is there something that you see for your character that you'd be like, oh my gosh, I'd love to see her go down this avenue?
Well, I'm not trying to like
Right. Okay.
push Cold and Windy out, but I mean, like, it's some new girls in town. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. No, honestly, I feel like I really want to see more of that, but I don't know. I mean, I really want to be back, so maybe call me. I
Right.
don't even know if I'm back on the third season,
You're
but
so cool though.
let me know.
Yeah. What is it? Obviously, your character is very bold, and that's something that I love to see. And I think that there's so many different ways to play bold. And I think even like in terms of acting, when you're given the task of like being bold, I think there's like this
Yes.
default setting that everybody goes to, and it's like, you might interpret bold as like being like rude or aggressive or something like that. But what was your interpretation of bold, and how did you implement that into your character?
I feel like I actually studied a lot of female rappers.
Okay.
So like I love like their boldness. I study like Lotto, like
Okay.
different people. I still gave that attitude. I come from music, like I come from a background full of music, my family, everybody. So I feel like this was like second nature to me. Like just go out there and be who I be in the mirror when nobody looking.
love I love it. It's like that like bold alter ego that like in front
Yes,
of the
like I
mirror
can
in
be
your
her
bedroom.
now.
Yeah. That's amazing. Also, and I do want to touch on that as well. Obviously, you do come from music, and I think that it's incredible how, you have been able to kind of step into this project and have that wonderful advantage of having such a rich music history and background. Has your dad had anything to particularly say about the show? Like, what was his reaction with seeing your performance, if he's seen it? Like, how did also that maybe even possibly add an extra level of strength into the relationship that you already have with him?
Well, me and my father, we talk about everything. He's always supportive of me. I'm supportive of
Right.
him. So I definitely told him that I was going to be a rapper on this new show that I'm working on and stuff. I definitely told him, and he was like, "You better kill it. You better kill. You better show him." So period. Like it's always all support with me and my dad.
That is so cute. I love that. Well, I just want to say I love your energy. I needed you today. I am so glad. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
I
much.
love yours too.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you again so much for your time, and congratulations with everything. You're killing it. You're crushing it. And I adore you. I think you're so wonderful. And I'm so excited to continue to keep up with you and everything that you have going on. But thank you so much for speaking with us. I really appreciate
Thank
you.
you for having me.